Welcome back to the third Shiur in the series on Gemara Sukkah. We are up to Sukkah Daf Base of a base, which is 2b. As usual, we will go through the Gemara twice, once just showing how to show where the Gemara's questions and answers are and how to read the Gemara, and then afterwards we'll go through in a view of the roots of the words and show how the etymology of the words and how they're derived and how we can best remember where these words come from. So let's start. Says the Gemara, asks the Gemara, Kulu karabba le'omri. All of them like Rabbi, they do not say. They don't say everything like they don't learn like Rabbi. Answers the Gemara, Hahu, that is Yediyah l'deiros, the knowledge for generations. It is. Asks the Gemara, Rabbi Zera nami le'omri. Like Rabbi Zera, they also don't say. Answers the Gemara, Hahu, that is dealing li Mois HaMashiach, for the days of Mashiach, hu d'chsiv, it is written. The Rabbi Zera, says the Gemara, asks a question, but what about Rabbi Zera? Answers the Gemara, Im kein le'makra v'chuppah tiyeh l'tzeil yomam. If so, let the pasuk say, le'makra, let the pasuk say, v'chuppah tiyeh l'tzeil yomam, that a chuppah shall be as shade for the days. Umay v'sukkah tiyeh l'tzeil yomam. And what is it when it says v'sukkah and a sukkah tiyeh shall be l'tzeil for shade yomam in the day? Shemat minah, learn from here, tarity, both. Says, ask the Gemara, Karava, like Rava, nami le'omri. They don't say either like Rava. Karava, like Rava, nami, also le'omri, they do not say. Answers the Gemara, Mishum kushyat Abaya, because of the question of Abaye. Ask the Gemara, Kaman Ozla, like who does it go? Ha, that, the Omar, which said, Rabbi Yoshia bar Omar Rav, which Rabbi Yoshia said the name of Rav, Machloikas, that the whole argument is B'she'ein defonos magiech sischach, when the walls do not reach to the sechach, to the thatch at the top of the sukkah, aval but defonos magiech sischach, if the walls reach to the sechach, afilu, even lemala, above me'esrim amma, more than above 20 ammas, keshera, is invalid. Kaman, who does that hold like? Answers the Gemara, karabba, like Rabba, to Omar, who says, mishum, because deloi shilta ba'ena, that the eye has no dominion over it, v'kiven, and since the defonos magios ischach, that the walls reach the schach, mishlat shilta ba'ena, it surely, the eye surely has dominion over it. Asks the Gemara, Kaman Ozla, like who does it go? Ha, that, the Omar, which said, Rav Huna Omar Rav Huna in the name of Rav, Machloikas, that the argument is B'she'ein ba ela arba amos al arba amos, when there is not in it only 4 cubits by 4 cubits, aval but yesh ba, if there is in it yoser more me arba amos than 4 cubits al arba amos, about by 4 cubits, afilu, even lemala, above me'esrim amma, 20 ammas, from 20 ammas, keshera, it is valid. Kaman, who is that going like? Answers the Gemara, Rabbi Zera, it goes like the opinion of Rabbi Zera, to Omar, who says, mishum, because sale of shade, who it is, v'kiven de ravicha, and since it is wide, ikad sale sukkah, there is the shade of a sukkah. Ask the Gemara, Kaman Ozla, like who does it go? Ha, that, to Omar Rav Chanan bar Rabba, Omar Rav, that Rav Chanan bar Rabba said in the name of Rav, Machloikas, the argument is B'she'ena, when it is not Machazekes, able to hold, Ella, only Kedei, in order, Roshai v'Rubai v'Shulchanoi, only his head, his majority of his body, v'shulchana, and his table, avol but machazekes, if it is able to hold, yoser, more mikadei, than enough, roishoi v'rubai, in order to hold his head and his most of his body, v'shulchan, his table, afilu, even lemala me'esrim amah, more than 20 amas, kasheira, would be kosher. Kaman, who is that going like? Deloi kachad, answers the Gemara, not like any one. Now I'm going to go through the Gemara with the roots. Kulhu. So we see the word kulhu is from the word kol, which means all. So all of them, who at the end is them, all of them, karabba loy omri, don't go like rabba. Hahu, the reason is hahu yedira deiris. That is hahu, that case is yedira deiris, is referring to the knowledge of generations. You see the word das and doyer. He it is. Karebi zera nami loy omri. And like Rabbi Zera, also they don't say Omri just means plural. Omri they say. Omar is the root, and I have memoration, which means to say. Hahu limois hamashiach. That is referring to the days of Mashiach, ha-Moshiach, the Messiah, who it is. Dichsiv, as it's written. So ksiv. Whenever you have the word dichsiv in the pasuk in the Gemara, it says as it's written in somewhere in Scripture, somewhere in Tanakh, somewhere in the Bible, the 24 books of the Bible. The Rabbi Zera and Rabbi Zera imkain, Aleph Kaf stands for imkain, if so, le makra, let the verse say v'chuppah tiyalet seil, that the chuppah should be as a shade, yomam, for days. Or my v'sukkah tiyalet seil yomam. What does it mean when the sukkah, it says the sukkah is going to be for shade for the day, yomam. Yomam is just referring to daytime as opposed to yom, which means a day. Shamat minah, so hear from here. We look, actually it's from the word to hear, but we say either imply or to learn, because one learns when hears something, one learns something. Minah, from it. Min means from, minah means from it. Tarati, the word tarati is from the word tof reish yud, which means turei in Aramaic, which means two. Tarati means both. We have the word turei, obviously, in Chad Gadya, Dezabin Abba bis bit turei zuze, two zuz. Karava nami, like Rava also, lo Amri, do not say mishum, because kushya da Abaya, the question of Abaya, the difficulty of Abaya. Kaman ozla, like who does it go? Ozal means to go. Hada Omar Rav Yoshia, Omar Rav, that which Rav Yoshia said the name of Rav. Whenever you see Rav Yoshia, Omar Rav, it doesn't mean, it basically means Rav Yoshia said in the name, he said that Rav said, which means he said in the name of Rav. Machaloikas, the argument. The reason the word machloikas means argument is from the root, which is chelek, which means a portion, which means one person says one side of the argument is apportioned on one side, another person's apportioned on the other side. So machaloikas, the argument is b'she'ein, when they do not defonos, the walls, see the root there is dofen, defonos is plural, magios sischach, reaches to the sechach, avol defonos magios sischach, if the walls do reach the sechach, afilu, then even lemala me'esrim amma keshera, even more than 20 amas is kosher. Note the Gemara prints out the word afilu here fully, and later on you'll see that it's written abbreviated, but they're the same words. Afilu lemala me'esrim amma keshera, even more than 20 amas is kosher. Kaman, like who? Now we say kaman, it doesn't mean, it means actually a man means a person. Usually it means a man means a man. It's interesting. So kaman, like which man, which person? The answer is karabba. It's like rabba. Ta'ama, it says mishum deloi shilta be'ena. As we said last week, shilta be'ena means to have dominion over the eye. The eye has dominion over it. Boh in it, referring to the boh means referring to the sechach. The kivan, and since the defonos magia sechach, since the walls do reach the sechach, mishlet shilta be'ena. They mishlet shilta is like it's the infinitive construct, which means that it's done. There's a double expression, which means they will surely have dominion over it. The eye will surely have dominion over it. Kaman, who Ozla, who does it go like? Hard Omar Rav Huna Omar Rav, which Rav Huna Rav said the machlokas of the argument is b'she'ein ba el arbat amas alab amas, when there is not in it more than 4 amas and 4 amas. Avol yesh ba yosim arba amas, but if there is more than 4 amas and 4 amas, afilu, even lema'ala me'eshrim amma, even more than higher than 20 amas kasher, it's valid. Kaman, like who? Rabbi Zera, it's like Rabbi Zera to Omar, who says mishum tseil, because of shade, who it is. The kivan, kivan's a very important word. Kivan means, and since the Ravicha, that it is wide. You see the word revach, which means wide. Ika seil sukkah, there is a shade of a sukkah. Kaman Osla Hada Omer Rav Chanon bar Rabba. Like who does that which that Rav Chanon bar Rabba say? Who does it go like? Omer Rav, name of Rav. Machloikas Yagmis B'Shein Machazekes, which does not hold. Now the word Machazekes means to hold. The word Chazak, which means strength, which means that which has capacity, ability to hold something. So therefore Chazak is a concept of strength or ability to contain. Ella Kedei, only enough, in order, or enough in this case. Kedei usually means in order, or means enough in this regard. Roishai v'rubai v'shulchanai, a person's head. V'rubai, rov means majority, so obviously it must be referring to his head, and his majority must be the majority of the rest of his body. V'shulchanai, in his table. Shulchan is a table. But if it can hold yosa more than mikadei, than in order to hold, the mikadei is something in order enough of roishai, his head, v'rubai, and his majority of his body, v'shulchan, in his table, then afilu, even lama'ala, even higher than me'esrim amma, than 20 ammas, kasher, it's valid. Kaman, like who would that go like? Deloi kechad, not like one. Chad means one, and therefore chad means like one. Have a good